All right, everybody, welcome to the talk show. Let me get us both on screen here. I think I just gotta click this button right here. There we are. Welcome to the talk show. I'm Teej. Down below me is our special guest tonight, our friend Fishing with Tate, whose information is linked to the very top of the description. Make sure you sub to his channel. Fellow contestant in the On the Line contest, David Decker. What's up, buddy? So this is kind of how the talk show works. The reason I call it a talk show and not a podcast is because we're interacting with the chat live, like as it happens. So if you're listening to this after the fact, then it's probably more of a podcast for you. But for everyone else that's here live with us, it's more of a talk show. And right now I'm calling it Teej's Talk Show, but I'm not married to that. If we come up with a cool name, then you guys give me some kind of suggestions. But the goal is to talk every week about fishing and content creation and where those two things overlap. Tonight's special guest, my friend Fishing with Tate, buddy. How you doing?
What's up? We're doing good. We're excited to get on here and do a little talking.
Dude, I'm excited. I'm excited because we've been able to talk on Instagram a little bit, but not really sit down and chat like this.
Yeah, for sure.
And so my church, I don't know if you're a church person.
I am.
Okay. So Vacation Bible School is like a big deal in churches. And so basically we had 50 elementary schoolers running around until 8 o'clock. I zoomed home. I haven't even showered, bro. I'm still disgusting. So
yeah, it's a miracle you made it.
Dude, I'm exhausted.
Many kids?
I don't have kids. You do though, right?
Oh yeah. I got one.
How old?
Yeah.
He or she?
She's 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. I want a girl so bad. I have baby fever.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
My wife and I both.
That's I was wanting a boy.
Okay.
And, sad enough to say, I was very disappointed to find out we were having a girl. I don't even try to hide it. I was just upset.
That's so funny. I've been talking to people lately. Somebody, I can't remember who I was talking to. They were like, people kept telling me that I shouldn't say I want one or the other. I should just be happy with a healthy baby. I'm like, no, I think it's okay to have a preference.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Man, so I guess like tonight's gonna be a little different. So Tate and I didn't have a chance to really like go over anything beforehand. So what you guys are getting here is gonna be super fresh for both of us. But what I want to do tonight is let's talk about you for a little bit, and then I want to talk about the contest just a little, because I think what we want to talk about next, for those of you who didn't watch Tate's big announcement video, I think that's going to be a much better discussion. Because I think we've talked about the contest a lot on this channel. But first, Tate, just like tell us about yourself. Like, what are you into other than fishing? Like, who is Tate? And then maybe how you got into fishing and how you got into content creating.
Yeah. Well, who is Tate? Okay. Well, I grew up in southeastern Kentucky, very low income, impoverished area. Actually, at one time, it was like the poorest county in the nation where I grew up at. And not a lot to do, not a lot of stuff going on. So, I've always been about hunting, fishing, that kind of lifestyle. I didn't even get into video games till I didn't have any kind of console until I was like probably 16.
Okay.
So literally all I did was I played basketball and hunt and fish, and that was it pretty much. I didn't really start bass fishing until the latter teen years. The Googan Squad played a big role in that, of course. Most of my teen years, I was a cat fisherman, and my dad loves cat fishing. He's still not big on the whole bass fishing thing. Kind of got him into it just a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I'm an occupational therapist. I went to school for 6 years and become an OT.
Cool.
And me and my wife got married during those years. Got married pretty young. Her dad's actually a pastor.
Cool.
As well. And she lived an hour away from us. They were kind of strict on us a little bit, about going out. Very strict, So we decided to go ahead and get married, the right choice. So that's pretty much it. So I'm pretty much the Bubba Ross of southeastern Kentucky.
So tell me, like, I can't even say YouTube because we're going to talk later about how much more content you do than just YouTube. But what got you like into the content creating side of fishing?
Yeah, man, I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I was in college when she and I first got married, and there was a guy. He was selling a GoPro, and I was like, he was selling it pretty cheap. It was a Hero 2 or something like
Okay.
that.
Throwback.
And yeah, so I was like, at this time they were probably on like the GoPro 6, maybe something like that. It was a 2, and he sold it super cheap, and I just bought it, and I was like, well, you know what? I'll start recording myself a little bit. And I recorded some stuff, didn't post it on YouTube. Just went back and kind of watched it, at home, chilling out. Saved some clips of myself catching some fish, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll start talking to the camera a little bit, just start posting it on YouTube, and that's kind of what happened. There was no one real moment where I was like, oh, I'm going to do this. It's just kind of started recording myself a little bit, and just kind of became what it is.
It kind of blew up, man. Like you're onto really, really big things. And so what was your relationship like with Ketchco prior to the On the Line contest? Because I know some of you guys were already kind of connected and doing the MTB thing, Mystery Tackle Box.
Yeah. I got sponsored by Mystery Tackle Box in, I think, October of 2020. And then that was toward the end of the peak season. So after that, they was like, we'll see how everything goes with you, and we might bring you into the Carls, bait and tackle, and like that whole realm of stuff. And when spring came around, they did eventually. Cool. So that was kind of that's pretty much the relationship I have. Where I'm sponsored by Carls, and I don't guess it's a Ketchco thing. It's just Carls and
yeah. I need to go back and read the. I need to go back and read the paperwork because I'm not exactly sure how it's worded. Yours is obviously probably different than mine too, but so we'll talk about the contest for just a minute. So you're already doing the YouTube thing, and we're gonna talk obviously more about the other content in just a second. And then On the Line comes up, and how do you like? So if you guys don't know, Tate and I participated in the On the Line contest where we made weekly videos for Ketchco. And we went from 10 down to 8, and then from 8 to 4, and then from 4 to 2. And Tate, you finished Final 4, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cool. How did it feel to finish top 4 in such a big deal? This was season 1, the first ever On the Line contest. How did it feel finishing top 4?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm not a good loser. I'll be honest.
Okay.
I'm a pretty sore loser. And I really wanted to win. But what we're getting ready to talk about here in a few minutes, there was a lot of distractions for me. And there was a point in the contest, I don't want to say that I wanted to lose or, be eliminated.
Right.
But there was a point in the contest where if I were eliminated, it probably wouldn't have been that bad because I had so many distractions. But with all that considered, I'm not making excuses for not winning. Don't get me wrong.
Not at all.
Honestly, the top 2, I think, were probably the best 2 in the competition.
Sure.
To be honest with you, Fisher Yin and that bass fishing dude, tremendous creators. So just to be amongst those guys, even considering like everything I had on, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Honestly.
Good. So. I would have liked to have made Final 4. That was my goal. But yeah, so when they first,
I've lost audio here.
Oh, can you not hear me? Oh, we're losing Tate. We'll wait for him to get back. You back? Did his AirPods die? Check.
Might have to rejoin.
Okay. Hold on. Can you guys hear me? Check. Actually, check.
There we go. I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. I was seeing some weird things on my screen too. Hey, look who it is. GB in the chat, dude. Georgia Bassmaster himself. His question. So we're gonna do this too. If there's a question in chat that's relevant to where we are, we're gonna go ahead and jump on it. But if you guys have any questions that might be off topic, let's talk about them at the end. You can either type them in chat and I'll put them off to the side, or save it for the Q&A section. But GB wants to know, did they ever tell you if you were 4th or 3rd?
I don't think so. I don't think I got any. I think 3rd and 4th places both got the same prizes. Okay. I may be wrong on that.
I think so.
So they didn't tell me, but
okay.
I'm gonna assume 3rd.
I'm gonna assume 3rd. Hold on, I lost my I lost my place. What would you say? So you had a lot going, and I'm gonna ask that question in a bit about when you knew the announcement was to be made. But what was like your biggest takeaway from the contest overall? Like as a content creator, as a competitor, what was your biggest takeaway?
Yeah. Well, it really made me step into I tried to put myself in the viewer's shoes. Like, what are these judges? What are the voters? What are they wanting to see?
Yeah.
Like what can I give as Fishing with Tate? What can I give that these other 9 guys can't?
Right.
And that's kind of what I've been thinking on, and that's kind of been moving around in my head. I'm trying to come up with content. I can't give the same energy that I think y'all talked about it last week. Like you can't give the same energy. Kobe can't give the same energy that he put in those videos every single week.
Absolutely.
And I think that's true for most of us. It'd be awesome if we could. But even if it's like, not as big of a video, but if you can, what can I give, to the viewer? What are they looking for? So that's kind of been what's mulling around in there.
Did you make
as I'm thinking about other content?
Did you feel like you made some of your best videos during the contest?
I really didn't.
Okay.
I feel like my week 3 and my week 4 were not good videos.
Okay.
I just didn't. I felt like week 2 was a great video.
What was week 2 was the speed challenge, and you did a 1v1 with your buddy, and he had a Googan box. Okay, that was a great video. And when I saw it, I thought, like, when it comes to creativity, that's not something I would have thought to do. So I think you were doing something that other people weren't doing, and it did really show. I remember they sent out an email, and I don't remember if they meant to do this or not, but they sent out an email about the Google Meet and had everybody's email listed. And your email address, I typed in just the front part, and then Fishing with Tate came up. So I'm watching some of your videos, and I'm thinking, like, this guy's got it. Like, he's entertaining, he's catching fish. Like, what else do we want in a video? So you were the first person I watched in the contest, and I got nervous. I got nervous at that moment. I was like, Tate's got it, man. He's good. The 1 pound gill hype got him through week 2, no doubt. What do you think?
Hey, I got hyped over the gill. I'll be honest with you. I thought it was a good bass. To be honest, that pond. I knew if I went to that pond, I had to come up with something good because there's no big fish in that pond. So I was like, I'm gonna have to pull something out of my rear end here. I don't know. And so I thought it was a super cool video. I didn't focus as much on the B-roll stuff. I think Marshall mentioned that. Like, my week 2 had no B-roll.
Yeah.
And I just don't feel like that's who I am. You know what I mean? Like my week 1, I put some B-roll in there. Week 2, I just felt like it was more of a fun, quirky type video, and that's kind of what I like.
Yeah,
that's kind of like what I go for.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I thought your videos were really good, but I mean, I love all of your content. I'm a big fan.
Appreciate it.
Before we jump into, if you guys have any questions about the contest specifically, definitely put them in chat. And I'm gonna try to get more contestants on as well. Kind of hear their experience. Is there anything else, Tate, that like you want to say about the contest overall?
Not really. I thought it was a great opportunity, and I think it shed some light on some guys that even I know you don't have a ton of subscribers, 500 subscribers, something like that. And I thought it was a great opportunity to Kobe. Even I don't think he has. Does he have over 1,000 now? Maybe I don't know.
Last I looked, he was around the 700 mark.
Yeah, but I mean, if nothing else, it kind of brought us all together, and now I'm following you guys, and so
that was me too. Like the biggest takeaway for me was the relationships now that I have with you guys, and obviously, like
for sure.
Obviously, like I look up to you guys in the content sphere. How old are you? Can I ask?
Yeah, I'm 27.
Okay, I mean, I'm not much older. I'm 33. So like, I look up to you guys from a content standpoint. I think you guys have a lot to teach guys like me, and for me, like to be included, like you said, to be included with the likes of you guys was huge.
Yeah, and your stuff's awesome too.
Thanks, man. So, I appreciate it.
I'm not saying from a content standpoint. I'm just talking about a following.
We're working, and that's kind of what I want to talk about a little bit tonight. But before I get into those questions, like I asked Marshall this too. Tell me a little bit about Pindside. The hat that you're wearing is so sick.
Yeah, Pineside is so Joe, you guys don't know Joe, but he kind of started up a new company, and with outdoorsmen and anglers in mind, and so we wanted to come together, help him out, and we like the products,
Yeah,
like that hat right there, man.
it's
I love
sick.
this hat.
Yeah,
Got a lot of good stuff. So yeah, so make sure you go check him out. PinesidePerformance.com.
absolutely.
Code Tate.
Code Tate. Eh, no, it's Monday now, but there was a 15% sale this weekend.
Yeah.
I've been following him on ever since you guys started rocking. I started following him, and dude, the stuff
Yeah.
is just good. And
Yeah.
wheels turning in my head too. So and that hat's cool. I haven't seen that one. I've only seen the camo one, and I think one other one, but I hadn't seen the yellow and blue.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I don't think this one gets enough love. I really don't.
I dig. I'm a hat guy. I'm not
I
wearing
like
one now because I'm sweaty, but
Yeah. Same.
all right. So contest ends, and almost
Yeah.
immediately, Tate's
Mhm.
got an announcement to make. And so I have Marshall on, and we're talking. He's like, dude, maybe you
Mhm.
could get Tate on. Maybe he could spill the beans when you get him on. And unfortunately, like scheduling, the announcement's already been made.
Yeah.
For those of you who haven't watched it, I'll let Tate give you guys the news.
Yeah. So during the time, it might have been before. It might have actually been before I found out I was in the online competition. I got a message from someone within House of Outdoors, which, if you guys don't know, it's the company that is over Googan Squad and Googan Baits, and then they have some other stuff that's going on underneath the company too. But pretty much the job description is a social media manager, and with a focus on short videos, like TikToks, Reels, and stuff like that. So yeah, so I got a message on my Instagram, and it wasn't like a big profile or anything. You think anyone that would be associated with the Googans stuff probably has a significant following, but I think it might be kind of a burner account. I don't know.
It might be.
But yeah, so when I got that message, I was like, who is this? And then I looked at the profile, and there was a few guys that were actually following him, Weston Smith, some of the Googans, people like that. And I was like, oh man, this guy's legit. And he didn't say anything. He all he says is he liked my content, and he wanted to talk to me.
Okay.
And from there, we exchanged information, and that's kind of how it started.
Okay. So what was that first call like? Like, were you nervous? Like, did you have any idea of where this was gonna go?
Yeah. So the first call, I'm not gonna say who it was or anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
So y'all can't like track his burner account or nothing. But I answered the phone. He told me his name. He's like, you know who I am? And I was like, no, not really. I don't.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I felt kind of weird telling him that. But anyway, he went on to tell me, what his role in the company was. He had been in some of the videos, and in the beginning, it was going to be a completely different thing. So it wasn't even going to be. I was just going to give him some ideas. He told me that they loved my humor in my videos, and just liked what I was doing. And they thought that if they could take some of my ideas and put the Googan twist on it, have the guys do some of that stuff, that it would probably do better than what it's doing for me. And I feel like I'm doing pretty good on Instagram anyway. TikTok maybe not as much lately, but that's kind of the conversation, and that was pretty much all it was going to be. And I didn't find out till later. They called me back, and he was like, would you be interested in a full-time position? Because we're wanting someone who can be with the guys and get those funny moments, when stuff happens. And they went on to tell me some instances of some things that happened that they would love to have on film. But there was, whatever situation it was, they just wanted a guy to be there when that stuff happened.
Yeah.
Catch it on TikTok, catch it on Instagram, a story, something like that.
So you've put in the work for short form content. Your TikToks and Reels, and I was talking to Marshall about this too, are just so good. And what we like, what is so good is like, and we talked about this too. It's not just you catching fish, right? It's funny, it's humor. You're taking you're taking what's popular or going viral, and then you guys are putting a fishing twist on it. which is
Oh yeah.
hilarious. And so,
Yeah.
like short form content versus long form content for just a second. TikTok,
Hmm.
Reels on Instagram, Shorts on YouTube are just it's just it right now.
Oh yeah.
Do you think like this is if you were talking to a new creator that wanted to start a YouTube channel, wanted to start any content,
Hmm.
would you tell them to put an emphasis on the short term over the long term, or should they start with trying to make long YouTube videos and then bleed over into Reels?
I think my advice is to start with a TikTok
Mm-hmm.
instantly. Yeah. Start short form. Um, Start making shorts. I don't know if you've done any shorts or not on your channel, um, but typically they get more views for me.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had any that have just like took off or anything. But they seem like they get more views for sure, and I've gained a ton of subscribers from them. But yeah, for sure, I would focus on short form content, posting on TikTok, taking those same videos. I use my same TikTok videos for my Instagram. Sometimes I'll put them in at different times, and even for my YouTube shorts, I'll use the same videos sometimes
That was my next
because
question.
I feel like I have three. Like I'm sure there's some overlap there,
Mm-hmm.
but I have 80,000 on TikTok, and I only have 3,500 on YouTube, and I feel like they're just completely. I don't know. It's hard to get people from TikTok to come to your YouTube channel.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when you get that many, you're going to see some. You're going to see some carryover.
So I've
Now Instagram,
oh, go
I
ahead.
actually
No,
see
no.
more follow. I actually see more follow through with Instagram than I do with my TikTok.
Okay.
So yeah,
What did you say your Instagram was at?
I just hit 12K. I'm at 12.2.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
So, like, from my perspective, so Kyle Sherwood in chat said TJ already got a copycat on TikTok. This has actually happened before. There's another account, and I've reported it 4 times. TikTok hasn't done anything, but they took instead of teejstone, they just put teejstone, which is obviously people call me TJ too. And dude, like they're just reposting my content and getting followers and views and comments and stuff. It's really frustrating.
Yeah.
But so I had a buddy that was like, dude, you got to get on TikTok. You got to get on TikTok. I was like, I just.
Oh yeah.
So I was listening to that bass fishing dude. He does an Instagram live on Wednesday nights. Y'all should definitely check that out. And so I was listening to his conversation with, I think it was Fishing the Lone Star was the guy he was interviewing, and they were talking about short form content. And Fishing the Lone Star was like, look, I'm 40, and so sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to like figure these things out. But they were talking about the importance of short form content. So I'm thinking like, I'm feeling so much pressure to do reels lately. And your story is a huge success story. So I've been on TikTok for a while. I've got 2,000 followers on TikTok, like 2,100 or something like that. And I started doing like, here's how to tie a Palomar knot. And it got like 58,000 views or something like that. I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Like, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. There's no other platform that you can use to cover that many people in that amount of time. You can take a brand new account and reach 1 million people,
man,
like the first day.
Dude, it's nuts. Because I mean, I'm thinking about me as a consumer. I sit down on my phone and I'll just scroll through stories and reels or TikToks. But
oh yeah,
I mean, if you like post a video, I'll watch bits now, I'll watch bits later. But a lot of times I can't just. I'm in my office, I've got it pulled up, but I can't just consume the whole thing at that time. So short form content is just so easy to consume. I did post a reel, so I'm feeling the pressure. I post a reel, and this is just to show you guys like how great reels are. I posted it, and by the time I posted it, finished playing World of Warcraft, went downstairs, it had like 2,500 views, and it maxed out now at 5,000. And so it was like crazy to see content like that take off. And your story is such a success story because obviously now you're going on to work with the Googans. Everybody is like, man, that's amazing. Like I remember watching the announcement video. My wife and I both were just like, now that I get to know you guys, I had like this sense of pride. Like I'm so proud. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
But it's just such a success story to show. Like if you work hard, and you said this in your video, if you work hard, make good quality content about what you love, then good things are going to happen.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, like before. So here's the thing about my TikTok. I was resistant to starting TikTok. This was, I guess I made it in April 2020. And my mom, it was my mom, and she wants credit for it all the time. But she was like, "Why don't you just post something on TikTok?" She was into TikTok long before me. I was like, I actually made a TikTok and posted my first one. It didn't do any good, so I just deleted it. So I made another one, and I posted this clip from my YouTube channel of me getting hooked in the finger, and I acted like a huge baby about the whole thing. All right, and it got 30,000 views in like the first day, and I was just like, it was a game changer, and so yeah, she thinks she deserves all the credit in the world for this, but
my buddy,
but I was gonna talk about. Oh, go ahead.
oh no, so I actually had a TikTok that I deleted because I'm from the South. It is what it is. China stealing our information, but then but I got over it. I made another one, and I'm glad I did, but I don't put as much effort into it as I should. I'll come back to that. Go ahead and what you were going to comment on.
Yeah, I was going to talk about. I got y'all pulled up on the laptop down here.
Cool.
There was an account talking about your account getting stolen.
Mm-hmm.
There's an account, and it's called Fish Talk, and they're actually pretty successful on Instagram and TikTok. And basically, all their content is just content that they take from other people. And they were just using a lot of my content, and they were using Marshall's as well. I mean, several people's. And finally, I kept shaming them on Instagram stories. I was like, "Don't follow these guys. They're a bunch of content thieves."
Yeah.
And eventually, they stopped using my content. And even after they told me they would stop using it, they still posted some more videos. And I'll just go right back to it again. I was like, "Don't follow these guys."
Who has time to do this?
I don't know. And there's a lot of that on TikTok. Yeah. Honestly, just a lot of content theft.
My buddy Jeremy, he actually, I don't know if you saw it, but there was a TikTok that went insanely viral last year of it was a flag football game, and the girl gets the ball, she's running, it's boys versus girls, and this kid named Marcus tries to get out of the way, he ends up tackling her, like just rolls her over. It's an insane hit, and it was completely accident. Goes nutty viral, and same thing, like people were trying to post it. But for me, it's like, I have 2,000 followers. Why are you guys reposting my stuff? But
yeah, I must think it's good. I mean, it's a compliment, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, I guess so. It's crazy to me. I'm a little irritated that TikTok hasn't done anything about it. But I understand there's millions of users, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm a church guy, and I think churches, especially in the South, get They kind of fall into this trap of they should have jumped on something a lot sooner. They'll kind of be like 10 years behind the curve. Like some churches are still playing like old Chris Tomlin songs. That's a deep reference for you guys. But I don't want to be that guy when it comes to short form content, right? Like I already feel like I'm behind. I need to jump on it now. So I'm trying. So when you're out filming, are you at this point primarily focused on making sure what you're recording is going to fit the short form model, or are you just still filming for YouTube and then taking pieces for Reels and TikTok?
Yeah, it's a constant balance. I'm trying to, I'm always like, I talk to Marshall and Zuggy about it all the time. We have a group chat and we just always talking about it. It's like, should I focus more time on my TikTok and my Instagram or my YouTube? Because YouTube takes the most time,
right?
Like by far, it takes most time, and I have the least success on YouTube. Should I stay with my bread and butter and keep rolling with that, or it's a constant battle. When I see an opportunity to make a TikTok, for the most part, I'm just straight YouTube, and then when I find that opportunity, if I see something super cool, for example, like the other day we was out there and was having a tough time fishing, and we got back in this creek, and there was you could see probably hundreds of balls of shad just boiling on top of the water. I was like, this is pretty cool, and this is a great informative opportunity here. So I just took it out, recorded it real quick, and that's pretty much it. So I'm trying to constantly balance it. It's tough, but I'm kind of getting where I can identify a good TikTok moment.
Okay.
And so I try to keep my TikToks anywhere to like under 12 seconds. That's
Really?
been like that's the wheelhouse.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
if you really want it to do well, I've noticed if you can keep it, especially under 15, you get over 15 seconds, it better be something very interesting, or a good video.
I'm taking notes over here
So
on the side, by the way.
yeah, yeah.
Because I think I've got a lot to learn, and I didn't want to have you on just to like pick your brain,
Oh,
but
you, no,
I think
no,
this
you're
stuff
good.
is really helpful for guys like me and guys out there that are I have a lot of people in my community that are starting their channels or wanting to start a
Hmm.
channel, and I think this is
Yeah.
huge. Like you probably don't want to start with YouTube. You probably want to start with
Hmm.
Instagram Reels
Right.
and TikTok. I keep getting Reels and Shorts mixed up. GB says I'll
Yeah.
have an entire day where I record 5 to 6 TikToks in a day, and then I don't watch any TikToks for days.
Yeah.
So what about you, Tate? Do you like consume a lot of TikTok as well, or do you do the same thing as Marshall?
Uh, you know, I try to I don't try to do it all at once like that. He's completely different than me. If you see, like, if I post a TikTok, like my last TikTok that I posted probably an hour ago, I just recorded that right then. I'm wearing the same clothes.
Okay.
I don't pre-record anything unless it's a day out on the lake, and I
Yeah.
have to get a couple of videos. But if I'm doing like skits and stuff and you see it posted, more than likely I just did it.
Okay.
So I'm kind of, and we was down in Florida, and I told Famous Fisherman that Famous Fisherman must have, I don't know how many drafts he has. Um, he must have a lot, because when I told him that, he just could not believe it. He's like, "So you just like off the sleeve like that?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Dang. That's
yeah,
cool.
man."
That speaks to your creativity.
Well, that's what he said. He's like, "Man, how do you have the creativity for that?" And I was like, "I don't know, man." And I should. I mean, what Marshall's done probably more responsible. Like, I probably should have a good storage of
Yeah.
stuff, but it's kind of hard to store stuff, like really good videos, especially if they're like a trend,
Mhm.
because you don't want that trend to die, and you don't want
Yeah.
someone else to do that content. Which TikTok and Instagram, it's inevitable somebody's going to probably have the same thought process as you, especially within fishing. And
Yeah.
people get so tore up about that, but it's whatever.
Yeah. Because the other day I was scrolling through Reels, and it was the one of the high school girls that are going to college, and they're like, "Hi, my name is so and so," and I'm going Woo
Yeah,
Tigers or whatever. Like
yeah.
literally 5 in a row, and my wife was like, "Why do you keep watching that?" And I was like, "Babe, chill. It just keeps happening." Like I give it. What's up, Zuggy? So you and
Plug
Zuggy,
in the chat.
so you and Zuggy went live on Instagram the other day. And
Yeah.
I actually watched you guys for a little while. For whatever reason, I have a hard time watching Instagram lives. It keeps like cutting out. What? So Instagram Live doesn't store your VOD, right?
Doesn't what now?
It doesn't like store your VOD. So like you can't go back and watch it after the fact.
I think I haven't done very many Instagram lives. I think what happens is it gives you the option to upload it
Mm,
as a video onto your feed.
okay.
And then if you don't do that, then it's lost.
Okay. So what?
So,
Okay, yeah. Zuggy just said you can. And the reason I was under that impression is so David Clements
and that
fishing.
could be wrong. That could be wrong. Sorry.
So David Clements fishing in chat. He says great info. That this is something that me and him have been talking about lately too.
Mhm.
Good. Thanks, Zuggy. Because the reason I asked that. Hey, what's up? Straight to the point. Outdoors. That's a long name. The reason I asked that is because Brandon, that bass fishing dude. Okay, I'm glad Digital Wells is here because he was saying that they were using Instagram Live for like a different thing right now, but he says you can't store it to IGTV. So I just had the wrong impression. What do you think is Instagram Live? So in my situation right now, you guys are tuning in here on my YouTube channel. Tate, in your
Mhm.
opinion, would Instagram Live be the move over like a YouTube live stream? Let me get your opinion, and then I'll tell you what I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure if if you have more following on Instagram, I would probably go with Instagram. I don't really have an in-depth opinion of that,
Okay.
honestly. I used to hear what you say.
So GB says yes. So the reason, dude, thanks Zuggy, and I'll return the favor. I feel like I've seen Zuggy I feel like I've seen his stuff before. He looked really familiar when I was watching the live the other day. So the reason
Yeah.
I like YouTube is I have a background in live streaming video games. And so
Okay.
like the overlays, and I've got the chat on the side, even though it's super delayed on YouTube, and Like, I really enjoy streaming through the software where I can do stuff like that. Like, I can hit this button right here. Can you hear the final countdown right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I've also got, that's DMX. Where the shisha. So I've got these sounds that I can make. I was looking for the like rap air horn. I've got that on there somewhere. Like, I can do this whole production on YouTube, but if Instagram Live is the future or the now, then I need to think about shifting focus and content. The way now we're talking, shifting focus more towards short form content versus long form content. Do you edit your short form videos, or do you just post them straight from your phone?
It depends. So I've got like some Cousin Daryl skits, and if I were to do those on TikTok or whatever, it would kind of be tough. So I'll record that on my phone and then use Final Cut, go in and, do whatever I got to do, add sound effects, cut the video up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it depends.
Okay. Cause I do the same thing. Like, I'll put it in Premiere Pro, reformat it so that you're watching it, in the correct orientation, cut it up, add text, like all this stuff. I didn't know if you guys were doing the same thing with your short form content as well.
Most of my shorts on YouTube are just, so I've noticed a little bit of a difference on YouTube shorts. I feel like and I think Marshall alluded to this when he was on here, but like his fishing videos on TikTok, like you just catching fish, like whether it's a giant or not, they don't do as well as like your skits and your lip syncing. But on YouTube Shorts, I feel like it's different on there.
Yeah.
I feel like just straight fishing is going to do better than me on there, lip syncing to whatever, cracking a joke.
Yeah. So anybody that's come in recently, we're talking about short form content. Tate was just making banger videos on TikTok and Instagram Reels. Now is a social media manager for Googan Squad, man. It's such a huge accomplishment. And so we're just talking about the importance of making short form content, TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. My Instagram Reel, I've only posted 2. The one did really well. The other one, not so much, but it kind of was different content. The first one that did really well was literally an alligator trying to jump on David Clement's boat. We were fishing, and this adolescent gator, literally, I thought he was coming on the boat. I thought he was coming on. I was panicking. I laughed, but I was panicking. I thought I was about to have to eat gator nuggets that night. Have you ever eaten gator? This is irrelevant. Dude, it's so good.
It is good. It is good. I agree.
Are you guys allowed to kill gators in Kentucky?
I don't think we have gators.
Oh, maybe that's just a South Carolina thing. We can only kill them like 1 week out of the year, but it's really hard to get a tag. Instagram Reels will take off weeks later. Okay, so that's a good piece of advice that I didn't know. I thought that piece of content was just dead. Yeah.
And whatever you do not post your Instagram Reels. If you're taking a video off TikTok, don't leave that watermark in there.
Dude,
Instagram come out and said like your video will not perform.
Dude, I hate when I see that.
Yeah.
And so that's why you were saying it's important that you post that content to each one independently. You don't re-download it from TikTok because they do leave the watermark on there.
I do, but I use something that takes out the watermark. I got a couple websites. Yeah, I can share it with you. I don't care.
Oh yeah, hit me that DM or Daniel says, how much time and effort go into making Reels and TikToks? Like, do they take all day, or is it just like boom, done? So Marshall was saying earlier that he sits down and he knocks out all of his like 5 to 6 in a day. Tate says he just does it when inspiration happens. Right?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And it depends. I mean, like I said, if I'm doing my Cousin Daryl skit, that might take 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Very rarely does it take over 30 minutes. But if I'm doing just a quick lip sync and it's like, a funny joke, funny meme type deal, maybe 20 seconds, so.
Hey, cool. What's your opinion on the frequency of posting? Now, I hear if you watch 10 videos on how to be successful with short form content, you'll get 10 different ideas. You got to post 3 times a day. What do you think?
I would say for me, it's 1 to 2 times a day.
Okay.
Yeah. So I get most of my videos do the best when I post them like after 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. I think that's probably like the best window when you're getting like everybody's, top level activity on the West Coast, East Coast, they're all the overlap in between. But probably once to twice a day. On weekends, I usually do a little bit more because Saturday, Sunday, you want to see a little more traffic.
Okay. Let's kind of shift gears just for a minute before we get to the Q&A, because this is huge. Me and Colby talked about this. Me and Marshall talked about this too. What's like your family's support system for you? Are they like, is your wife like, you gotta make a TikTok right now? Like, how is she with you content creating?
Yeah, they're very supportive, honestly. I'm not someone that just fishes for video. Like I'll go fishing. Say I leave out at 4 o'clock and I don't get back. I'll fish all night. Not record any of it.
Okay.
So she's always been very flexible with my fishing. Now that I make a little bit of money from it and stuff, she's a little bit more flexible.
Right.
If it's putting bread on the table, it's a little different.
Yeah, absolutely. So you do have times when you go out and you intentionally don't record.
I wouldn't say that. I would say I like to night fish a lot.
Okay.
So if I'm fishing in the day, I've got a camera on me. But if I will fish at nighttime because in the summer, nighttime fishing is where it's at.
Ryan Rigged just put out a video where he went nighttime fishing for the first time, and it looked so freaking fun. I've never done it, but I want to.
Really?
Wow. I have a kayak and I don't have a 360 light, so first of all I can't go out. But if anybody out in the low country wants to take me out night fishing, I'd love to try it. It looks a lot of fun. But
it's where it's at in the summer, man.
Dude,
it's where it's at.
It's so freaking hot here in the South, y'all.
Yeah.
Man, it's like you go outside, it's like swimming through the air. It's like you're just wet all the time. Yeah.
Like I really want to find a good way. I've explored some like camera like lights that go over my GoPro and stuff, and the bugs are just swarm you when you have it on. But I would love to be able to find out a good, efficient way to film at night, because that's I've caught my PB at nighttime.
Okay.
I've caught like most of my big fish have come at nighttime. It's where the action is, man.
Cool.
It's a lot of fun.
All right.
Plus, I'll just lay on the boat and look straight up at the sky. You're not going to get a better view.
Dude, I got to do it now.
For sure.
So, Garrett, we'll answer that question in just a second. I got 2 more questions kind of for Tate, kind of wrapping up. The first one, man, we're so stoked for you. And you had said this in the video about, now this is your job. What can we expect next from your channels?
Yeah. So, honestly, I don't even know myself.
Okay.
I would like to, I'm sure I'm going to have more access to different types of content down there. Obviously, the winters aren't going to be as bad down there. Wintertime up here, I struggle to catch fish, so I'm excited to not have to deal with the winter. Winter is a little chilly down there, from what I understand, but I don't think it quite gets to 30-degree water temps like it does up here. So looking forward to that mostly. Bigger fish, and you got the Googans and you got Ryan Rigged and that bass fishing dude, all those guys down there. Weston Smith, if I could get up with any of those guys, and a lot of collaboration opportunities.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. So hopefully they fill me in on the good spots.
Dude,
Ryan Riggs said he would. So
dude, Ryan, I want to hang out with him. He looks like somebody I would have cool. a blast with. So
yeah,
dude, the Texas group is so like stacked, man. Like
it is.
There's nothing like that. I've had a couple people hit me up on Instagram that are in this area. For whatever reason, like we haven't really got anything going. But there's not like a group of people that are like busting content together. So I'm definitely jealous of it. Babe, we're moving to Texas. She actually might be in the chat.
There you go, man. There you go.
Hey, church jobs.
Bring it on down.
Texas. So all right, last thing, and then we'll do some Q&A. It's already 9:16.
All right. You good?
If you were, we kind of mentioned earlier, but if you have anything else, what would we see you, success story 100%. What would you give as far as tips for new creators? People that see your videos or see a Googan video and they say, I want to make fishing content.
Yeah. I would say consume a lot of content. A lot of my inspiration comes from others' inspiration. I would say post everything, like legit, like nobody's going to remember the crappy TikTok that you posted last week. You know what I mean? So go ahead and post it. You know, it might be a little far-fetched. I put some of those out there a lot of times. As far as YouTube, what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to just record everything, because I've got in a rut of just, you know, filming. Okay, we're at the lake now, we're fishing, I caught a fish. Now I'm trying to, and I said this in my Catchco application for the online competition, I'm trying to make it more about the experience. Every fishing trip is a new experience, and I'm trying to sorry, lost you. My bad.
You're good.
Every fishing trip is a new experience, and you know, I'm trying to capture that with my long form videos, YouTube videos. And then I would say don't wait too long to get in on the hype. TikTok. I wish I would have got in on TikTok earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get in until March, April of last year, and it had already been a thing for like couple months at least. I mean, in the beginning, people were getting millions and millions of views, like even more than they are now. So if we could have got in on that really early, you know, it would have been even better. So don't wait too long to get in on stuff, and don't be afraid to post everything. That's the two biggest things.
I was watching the Euro 2021 finals, England versus Italy. Unfortunately, England lost in PKs. TikTok is literally a sponsor of the Euro 2021. Like the TikTok logo is bouncing up behind the players. Wow. Like guys, short form content is not what's next. It's what's now. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
So which puts guys like me in a really interesting spot, because I need to, like you said, I need to get on it. So
yeah,
I'll see some
like tonight.
I've got some ideas, you know. The thing is, I just have to do it. And so I spent some time the other day just scrolling through TikTok, like trying to pick up on you and GB and like what you guys are doing, and like trying to like, what's a trend that I could warp into the fishing side of things. So right. You guys, you know, imitation is the highest form of flattery, man. You guys are killing it. Georgia Bassmaster, even Snapchat has the short form reels you can upload now. I didn't know Snapchat was doing that.
I didn't know that either.
I don't use Snapchat.
Got to get in on it.
Well, yeah. I don't use Snapchat to its fullest potential for sure.
I don't either.
I'm in a really interesting situation where I think in my position, I try to only have adult interaction on Snapchat just to, you know, cover my bases. But
right, yeah.
I do enjoy Snapchat.
I feel you.
Cool. Tate, dude, good stuff. This is all really potent stuff that I needed to hear, and I think some people watching later needed to hear. And I loved having chat here too, like kind of filling us in and giving us their feedback as well. That's why I love doing this. It's just I enjoy it. So Q&A. And go ahead. Yeah.
Huge shout out to Zuggy and Georgia Bassmasters too. I mean, they have a significant amount of followers, more than I do.
Yeah.
And they do an awesome job. So if you're looking for two guys to go check out and get some ideas off of, or kind of get a feel for fishing TikTok, those guys are real stuff.
I'm gonna make sure I subscribe to Zuggy literally right now, so I don't forget. Dude, and you know, guys like them coming in and hanging out with us, y'all, it means the world to me. It really does, that you guys would take time out of your night to come and listen to me and Tate just chat for a while.
Listen, my motto lately has been like, everybody can succeed. You know, like just because I succeed doesn't mean that you can't succeed. Your success is not going to hinder my success.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think we all need to. That's why I try to comment on your guys' videos. You know, hype you guys up. You know, even if it's a crappy video, I'm gonna say, man, that was a great video.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And you know, hopefully you guys do that for me too. So
absolutely. So I said this when talking with I think it was when I was talking to Marshall. Is I read 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and the only chapter that sticks with me every single day of my life right now is think win-win. Like exactly like you said, one person's success does not mean you failed. And there's other content avenues out there that's a competition and people are competing for views and likes and subs.
Yeah.
That's not how it is on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. They're like when you get on these platforms, you're not watching one person. You're, at least I'm not. I'm jumping around, you know.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
1 minute I'm watching fishing videos. 1 minute I'm watching what happened to this wrestler after he retired in 1999. Like you're just jumping around. So there's room for everyone to succeed. And man, the fact that you guys have tapped into that, like, I love this community and I love like making content around this. The video game scene is, at least when I was trying it, completely different. Everybody was out for themselves. Not a fun time. All right, so we'll jump into any last thoughts before we jump into Q&A?
That's pretty much it, man. I'm glad that we discovered each other, become friends, and
absolutely,
it's good to have friends in the fishing community.
And we'll be making a little a trip to Texas at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so my man Garrett, his question for Tate. What the heck, bro? What if I have an opinion? He said, would you rather fish a frog bite or a punch and bite? What's the more fun bite for you?
I don't know that I've ever been on a good punch and bite. So okay. I would have to say frog bite.
Easy answer. Same. But I haven't caught a fish either way. I'm still looking for my first frog bite.
Really?
It's not, I don't think it's public yet about what's dropping Thursday, right? Okay, I can't say anything, but maybe that'll change later this weekend. Tate, what area of DFW are you moving to? Denton? Also, hit me or TBDFD up when you want to get some kayak fishing. Get on some kayak fishing.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm actually looking at some homes right now in Denton. We're going to rent a place first, so we're not looking to buy or anything. But Denton and then Prosper. I was looking at some places in Prosper, Texas, which is outside of Dallas there.
Will you be going into an office every day, or I mean, not every day, but like, will you have like an office?
Yeah, I'll have an office. Actually, one of Rob's Lunkers TV's, one of his recent Facebook videos. It's an older YouTube video that he's just posted on his Facebook. Kind of goes in there and shows the office.
Yeah.
And yeah, they told me that it could be a toss up. Some days I'll probably have to come in, maybe make some content for or help them make content for like products and maybe apparel lines and stuff like that. And then all the other times I should be with the guys like on trips, and they told me about some potential trips that they're going on sometime soon, and he said that likely I would be part of that, trying to catch the funny moments in between and stuff.
Yeah. So Digital Wells and TBFD, that Bass Fishing Dude, man, just I've really loved watching the videos that they produce, and I'm like, the Instagram live that I was able to watch that Brandon did with Fishing the Lone Star was so informative. Like, those guys are on it, and definitely hook up with them. He's not too far away in McKinney.
Yeah, that's not far.
He's got the deets, man. They'll put you on them. If I get the boat, go ahead.
Also looked at some places in McKinney as well. So.
There you go. You guys might be roommates or neighbors or roommates. Who knows? TJ, if I get a boat, we'll go frogging. Bro, let me know. I'll drive down tomorrow. Not tomorrow because I got VBS, but I'll drive down ASAP. We'll go fishing. Garrett and Georgia Bassmaster. We need to figure out a way to form a super group the way the Texans have done. I'm jealous, man. Texas
all I've got up here is Kendall Gray. And he's MIA. You can't get a hold of that guy, so I don't think he wants to collab.
Dude, he's gonna miss you though. Like, it is, or this is gonna leave Kentucky all to him. Like, he's gonna be the Kentucky guy. Cool.
Yeah, Braden Price was up here with him like not too long ago.
Okay.
So might be looking to form an alliance there. Get Braden to move to Kentucky or something.
There you go. Super collab. I'm down. I'm down too. We're gonna make it happen. I got a couple busy.
Let me know when it happens. I'll fly in.
Dude, heck yeah, dude. Are you ready for the move? Like, you got a lot of big things you still got left to settle, or?
Yeah. So, like I was telling you earlier, I've during the catch go competition, I was so stressed out. Like, and now some things have fallen. Like, I had to sell my truck. We have a ton of vehicles. I had to sell my truck, which was a pain, by the way. If you haven't sold anything on Facebook Marketplace, specifically a truck,
Nightmare.
or a vehicle, oh, I'll never again.
Yeah.
I'll either buy a vehicle and run it to the ground, or I'll trade it in.
Yeah.
There's no in between. But just all that stress, and now everything's kind of coming together. Of course, now it's pretty much we got to take our stuff and just move it from A to B. So I think everything's kind of figured out now. So I'm feeling pretty good.
Dude, Facebook Marketplace is a nightmare.
Oh my God.
I hate it.
It's not worth it.
Much.
It's not worth it.
Ugh, it's disgusting. Oh, you said something that triggered something that I wanted to ask you. You said you sold some stuff, moving A to B. I lost it. It was something that I like. So I typed out some notes, but like driving in the truck today, like back and forth, I've been like, oh, I need to make sure I ask Tate this, like this stuff. Someone else on the super group. Oh, true. So my friend Garrett is really good friends with AO, who just, announced that he's not doing doing Lojo stuff anymore. But, I'm pretty sure I taught AO Sunday school for a while when he was in 5th grade. I'm old, y'all.
Wow.
I know we went to the same church. What's up, Naughty? Good to see you, man. Dude, I need to get Naughty on here, bro. I'd love to hear his story.
For sure. I'll tune in for that.
Basketball teammates. Sick. That's another thing. Like, everybody knows everybody. Like, how it's such a cool family, Everybody knows everybody. Everybody supports everybody. It's great. I cannot remember what that question was, and it's moving. I told my wife, I was like, babe, if we ever blow up, we get a call. We going? She was like, absolutely, we're going. Absolutely, we would.
Yeah. Hey, it was weird. Like, so my wife, she don't watch fishing YouTube. She has no idea who the Googan Squad are. She has an idea now, of course.
Yeah.
But I was like, I just got offered a full-time job in Texas, and my first words was like, I can't turn it down.
Yeah.
So she was like, not so many words, like, I'm part of this too. But
yeah.
She's super supportive. She's up and leaving everything. She has family and friends here, and I do as well. And it's tough, but it's kind of hard to pass it up.
And you'll be able to visit back home some, like,
oh yeah.
And how is she going to be able to? Is she still doing occupational therapy, or what does she do?
She is a medical assistant.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, she can get a job. There's so many jobs down there. Just pick what you want to do, and it's down there.
My wife's in nursing school, and she's seeing now that like there's so many opportunities available in the medical field for her.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Man, I cannot remember what that question was. How much better are Bama spots than Kentucky spots?
They're not.
They're not? How are the spots in Kentucky? The best?
I don't know.
Do they have?
To be honest with you, I was just saying that because they're Kentucky spots. I also have no idea.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I caught a spot, I would not know it without feeling its tongue. Like, I can't look at it and tell.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I think Alabama spots do get bigger.
So Alabama bass genetically get way bigger. So it's like Alabama and then Texas is the biggest. I don't know. Yeah, this is a weird competition thing. California got 11.5 pounds. I wouldn't know what to do with an 11.5 pound bass, dude. My PB right now is like 4. I would just
listen. A spot is so aggressive, man.
Yeah,
I can imagine having a 12-pound spot.
Dude, do you target those, or is it just like you're fishing for largemouth and that you might get one?
Pretty much. A lot of times when I've started doing a lot of vertical fishing, and I can usually tell when there's spots. They'll just kind of be suspended, like out in the middle of nowhere. Like largemouth usually relate to something, and so if they're just kind of hanging out, suspended, a lot of times it's just a spot.
Dang, see, I got a lot to learn. Bama spots look like bathtubs. Kentucky spots are like a yardstick.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. That's why I'm moving. All right.
Moving. Do they have spots in Texas? I'm sure they do, right? Like.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know, dude. See, that's the thing. I got a lot to learn.
I'm gonna miss my smallmouth though.
I've never caught a smallmouth.
Oh, wow.
So
that's my favorite, man.
I hear there's some upstate South Carolina. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Chat, we're getting ready to wrap things up. If you guys got any more questions, if y'all want to throw them our way, hopefully this podcast or talk show has been as beneficial for you guys as it has been for me. Just kind of learning more about short form content, not term. I guess unless it's Snapchat and it disappears. Dude, Tate, seriously, man, thank you so much for coming on and talking with me for an hour about creating content.
Man, it was a pleasure. I appreciate you having me on.
I think we are absolutely stoked for you, and as this grows and your career goes on, like definitely we're gonna be in touch. But love to sit back down and talk maybe a little later.
For sure.
There are smallmouth in Texas. I'm coming to Texas to see you guys.
You got to show me. You got to show me where they are, man.
Dude, I'm coming to see you guys. All right. I'll tell you what, Tate. I'll go ahead and hang up with you, and then I'll close out. Man. I'll close out the podcast on my end, man. I'll talk to you on. I'll shoot you a DM in just a little bit.
That'll work.
All right. Thank you so much, Tate. See ya. All right, chat. Do you call it chat on here? Do you call it chat on YouTube? Hey, seriously, Digital Wells, GB, Garrett, Naughty, Zuggy, everybody that came through tonight, thank you guys so much for coming to the talk show. Still looking for a name. I don't really know anything trendy. I'm going to keep it on YouTube for now, though. But, man, after talking with Tate, Instagram looks a little more appealing, man. Guys, you got to get on short-form content. Hey, make sure you click Tate's link in the top of the description. You can also find him Fishing with Tate on TikTok and on Instagram, just putting out incredible content. And what a success story. I know a lot of people get into content for various reasons, but man, he's worked his way up. Now he's going to work with the Googans. Super proud of our friend Tate, man. So thankful for him to come on and talk to us. As always, make sure you follow all the other guys creating content out here. Georgia Bassmaster, good friend of mine, Zuggy, David Clements, Real Naughty. I don't know, were there any other creators? Hey, if you're creating content out there and you're on any format, man, you can post your stuff here in the chat. We're all about that. Just upload your highlights to YouTube. Yeah, that's kind of what it's like, but with a little spice on it. Next time I'm with AO, I'll ask him if this is something he would do. Hey, he could lead the thing, man. He's a pro podcaster. He could lead the thing, just talk for an hour, and I'll just listen. But yeah, ask AO if he'd be willing to sit down and chat with me. I would definitely be interested in talking to AO and catching up and hearing his story. You live an hour from Langdale, where he fished all the time. I didn't realize it was that close. It would be insanely easy for myself, GB, Garrett, AO. We got to do something. I'll plan something. I got to get through this week, guys. It's VBS week at my church, which if you're not a church person, VBS is basically a summer camp, like a day camp for elementary school kids. It's just nutty. It's just nutty. Like, go hard, go fast for freaking 3 hours, 4 hours. There, hey. Super collab, man. Let's like, it's easy to say let's do it. I mean, I'm serious. Let's do it. My stuff's starting to clear up to where I can make some runs down there. Of the bag of shoalies I caught out there. That's funny. Let's make it happen, guys. I'm gonna take off. Sorry if I felt if I seemed a little scattered early on in the show. It was because I was I literally walked in the door, changed shirts, sat down, jumped on. Like it's been crazy. Next week I don't have the guests lined up. I've got a couple people that I'm talking to, but once I do, I'll announce it. Excuse me, I'm still coughing from a cold 3 weeks ago. We're gonna make it happen, dude. We're gonna make it happen. Maybe you guys are in a group message. Maybe we need to start another group message of the Southeastern guys that can collab and start making some stuff happen. Because I'm definitely down to form a super group the way the Texans have done. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna jump off and go shower. If you guys are watching this after the fact, thank you guys so much. Important links all down in the description. New video dropping Wednesday, my very first. Guys, I'm really excited about my Wednesday video. Don't be too harsh. My very first bass boat tournament, and I finished in the top 10. I winked, but I really did finish in the top 10 because there was only 9. But hey, yeah, you ain't got to know that. All right, guys. I'm going to hit you guys with the ending screen. Where is it? Where is it? Thank you guys so much for joining us out here, dude. You guys are the best. Thank you so much again with Fishing with Tate. Make sure you follow him on all socials. My man. So proud of him. Can't wait to see where he goes with it. Love you guys, and I'll see you very soon.